Hey y'all, I hope this is coming through. I'm in my basement, but I wanted to show you all something. A lot of you know that we started the Utah Kids Coat Drive on Friday night at the 18th of September. And due to some donations, I was able to go and get all of these. So I'm going to get out of the way. You know, it's a start. I'm happy because it's a start, but that's because of y'all. Thank you so much to those of you who donated. I think one thing I'm going to start doing is every Sunday night, since this is a community project, I want to be as transparent and open as possible about what we're doing. So one thing I think I'm going to do is every Sunday night, hopefully every Sunday night, that might shift to a different date if I have my daughter that weekend. But I want to just give you guys kind of an overview, a heads up of what's going on, what our stats are like for that week, that sort of thing, so y'all know where we're at. So this is the second year. Our theme this year is how can I help? I told a story in my original 2020 video for this, where I got the idea for that theme, and I think it's important, especially in this year where, you know, it's been very hard to be outward focused because of everything kind of collapsing. And a man, when I was coming home after a really long work day, my dog got out and it was just chaotic, and he was so nice and didn't make it a big deal. And in fact, when I was trying to get my dog back in the house, he was like, how can I help? And it was really touching to me that he thought to even ask that, because it's not something that people ask very often. And so I thought, you know, we can change that. But one way we're changing that is with the coats. So anyway, that's our theme. How can I help? How can I help out our Utah kids? This is one way that we can help out, which is getting them warm winter coats. Okay? So, let's see. So stats so far. So we started fundraising this past Friday night around 10 p.m. Started fundraising, and that was the 18th. So today is the 20th. It's also around 10:30 p.m. I think when I checked my phone. And I wanted to give you some updates where we're at. So we have had 3 coats donated. I have purchased 27 coats. I have spent $153.77 so far on the purchase of coats. Saved both of my receipts because I went to 2 stores for that. And here's the really exciting thing. Of the money raised, we have actually hit $1,710 already. And this is phenomenal to me because in 2019, this far into the project, I think we had raised about $510. And granted, it was the first year. You know, you have to prove concept. But considering how hard 2020 has been, the fact that we have already raised $1,710 is amazing. Now, I don't have current needs yet because what I wanted to do, since I'm working full-time now, in addition to being a mom, is I wanted to, before I asked for needs, I wanted to be prepared. One thing about last year is I asked for needs before I'd even raised any money, much less coats, much less anything else. And I remember within the first hour that I put up a social media post in a couple of groups that, you know, are for parents in Utah who need help. Within 1 hour, I had 200 quote requests. And I can't tell you how overwhelming it was for me to have no money to help these people. Because me personally, I would have loved to do it, but I was broke at the time. I had no money. And I hadn't had a lot of experience fundraising. I'd done the Single Moms Gift Away, but that was a different kind of fundraising where it was more fundraising for gifts and services versus for money. So it was very intimidating to me. And it was also really hard for me to say, like, all these needs have to be met. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Now, I'm grateful for the experience in hindsight, but looking back at it, just, you know, you learn a lot when you look back at your life. And this year with working full time, and I'm very much, when I'm at work, working full time and having my daughter, I want to streamline and make this as simple as possible. So that way, when I start asking people for what do you need, who needs a coat this year, we can immediately turn around and help them because we're going to have, hopefully, my goal is is to have this entire 2 racks. I even have a third in my garage. I would love to have all 3 racks completely filled. Now here's my plan. So on the 25th, this upcoming Friday, is the latest that I'm going to start asking for needs. That gives us, what's today, the 20th? That gives us about 5 more days. If we can still raise more money, if we can get coat donations. Today I put out, I'm using from 2019, the coat distribution. I'm using that to go off of for now of what we will likely need. Last year, we gave away 728 coats. I anticipate we will give away at least 728 coats to Utah's kids in need this year due to how 2020 has impacted families. So anyway, if you can please help, I could still use your help. I need volunteers to sign up, volunteer stuff. I imagine that we will start, since I'm going to start asking for needs on 9/25. By 9/26, I'm probably going to need volunteers to start delivering. Another way that you can volunteer is if you are looking to donate coats. Obviously, go through your own closets. That's very helpful. But not only that, ask your family, ask your friends, ask your neighbors. A lot of people, because this isn't like an organized business and I'm not advertising, I'm only doing social media marketing. There's a lot of people that don't know that this exists, right? And it's also only the 2nd year. If you will share on social media, these posts that I'm going to put up several a week during the entirety of this project. And so if you will share those posts with your friends, get the word out. Also just ask. I don't know if a lot of people are friends with their neighbors. I am. I know some people that's not really a comfort area, but you know, if you see when you're outside getting coats or something and a neighbor asks, hey, what are you doing? Tell them about us. Tell them to contact me. My email is utahkidscoatdrive@gmail.com. I also will put that on every post. Or if they can donate money too. I recognize from last year that, you know, last year we had 242 coats donated. That's significant. However, we still needed an additional almost 500 coats that I had to buy. And as people know, I posted in a post earlier today, coats are cheap now, which is another reason that I decided to start this now, is coats are less expensive now because it's been summertime. Tomorrow is the beginning of fall. So coats are going to go up in price. That's just how retail works. I knew that going into it. So we will, even though we have done phenomenally well with raising money, I could still use more, and these kids absolutely could still use more. One thing about me is any kid that has a genuine need for a coat, I will not turn away. I just can't. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a personality type that I have, that if something needs to be done, I'm going to get it done. And I know that y'all want to do that too. And that's something that I want to lead with y'all. But remember, this is a community project. I cannot do this alone. I may not be broke this year, but trust me, like, I'm making ends meet, but barely, you know, like I have to have help, whether it's in coat donations, whether it's in donating cash. And also biggest thing is volunteers right now too. If you're willing to volunteer to pick up coats and drop off coats, that would be huge right now. I'm compiling a list. A few of you have reached out. I need more of you to reach out and tell me if you're willing to do that. Anyway, so just to recap, we have raised $1,710 so far, 2 days in, which is phenomenal. I am super proud of you guys. This is going to be huge for our kids here in Utah. Everybody was like, oh, I don't know, 2020. But man, y'all have stepped up, and I am proud of you. And I am really proud that my community has stepped up this way. So please, let's keep stepping up together, because we can do this together. We are powerful together, and we can show our kids that they matter and that they are powerful, and we can lead by example. So anyway, that wraps it up. $1,710 raised so far in this year. Amazing job, y'all. 3 coats donated, 27 purchased, $153.77 spent thus far. And yeah, if you have any questions, please contact me at utahkidscoatdrive@gmail.com. That's going to be the best way to get a hold of me if you want a response somewhat quickly, within 24 hours. And then if you are willing to donate money, I will also put my Venmo and my PayPal that is linked to Utah Kids Coat Drive. So anyway, thanks y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a great week. And really, thank you. I'm really proud to be a Utahn. And I'm really proud of y'all, and I'm proud of my friend base and the people that care about Utah's kids. It means a lot to me to know that we're in this together. Thank you.